Spencer, catch us up with one of your patented Spencer recaps.
All right. Let's see here. When we last met, our heroes. You guys are throwing me off. When we last met, our heroes were turning in a quest to the captain of the wardens, Ferris, played by Greg Proops. It was cool. After getting the quest turned in, they adjourned to the tavern where they met with Cha-Cha. Cha-Cha reminded them of their encounter with Tylenol with codeine, a mystical unicorn, revealed to be the patron saint of the Connie Forest. There was a guy who gave you guys horses. He gave you a strange emerald dagger.
Right.
You were introduced to the hastily cobbled together figure Admiral Darkstar.
All right. It was said that he's lords over part of the forest that Tylenol lives in, and that there's an evil part of the forest that is threatening to overtake the good part of the forest.
The forces of Admiral Darkstar threaten to overtake the forest of Connie through the shadows.
And he's an admiral in what navy?
He's got a... You don't know. I mean, you
All
don't
right.
have, like, the internet.
Okay. All right.
Snap. Dungeon snap.
It's a very snarky god.
You got dungeon snapped. All right, so
You dungeon snapped me and feeding my bosom like the ocean, deep as my heart. Oh, snap, dungeon, snap. You guys are clapping wearily like anyone asked you to clap. Like,
Dan, that got precisely the amount of applause that deserved.
I didn't want any. So, and I resent you acting like I wanted any by slow clapping it like a tired old rich uncle.
No, they were just punctuating it. It's like,
yeah.
All right, Spencer, where do we stand right now?
You had fallen asleep at camp. You awake in a stupor and you're not sure exactly what's happening. Tylenol with codeine is gone. Was he really there or did you imagine the whole thing? All the same, you feel like you should investigate the Forest of Shadows.
Where did Mulrain Sedana go? Our half-elf companion.
You want to come up here? Is she playing? I don't know.
Well, I know she was gone last week, and we just went and hung out with the unicorn, so I don't think she's there.
Wasn't she
In
killed
your high adventures, you had managed to wander away from your compatriot, Mulrain Sedana, but being a ranger adept at tracking, she's managed to find you. Yeah. You'll never get away.
Yeah, that's good dungeon mastering there.
All right.
Adventure!
Spencer, I investigate our surroundings.
You see a winding path that heads towards gnarled dark trees. Perhaps these are twisted by the arcane workings of the Forest of Shadows.
I think that's where we're going. You know, we're still first level. We keep acting like we're up for bigger and badder shit, but like we keep getting our, I don't know. I'm just a little worried. I would like to exercise caution. I don't want to die. Which is cute. We're not level 2.
Well, look, I'm a gnome barbarian, and I'm always spoiling for a fight. And if there's one thing that I hate, it's a gnarled tree. I'm gonna go right at those motherfuckers.
We don't even know. So far, we've been mercenaries, like working for a promised reward. Some bauble.
Are we after anything right now?
Well, now we're just aligned. Now we're just caring about a unicorn's forest.
Spencer, what are we headed toward? What's our goal right now?
Admiral Darkstar hosts a dark ziggurat deep within the Forest of Shadows where his dark cult
What's
meets.
a ziggurat again?
Yeah, what is a ziggurat?
It's like a temple. Temple to ancient evil, mayhaps, where dark rituals and sacrifices and midnight
And what's well, I have you. What's a duvet?
I don't know.
It's just a blanket, right?
I thought it was a bed.
It's a sheet that you put a blanket inside.
Okay.
Or no, it's the inside part. There's a duvet cover, and then there's a duvet.
Yeah, you put the duvet in there.
Isn't that just a comforter?
Do you have a duvet in your inventory?
Oh, he knows what a ziggurat is.
I've got a bedroll. Is it like a duvet?
Yeah, I had a bedroll. I lost my bedroll.
Spencer,
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Here's a bad pitch, crazy pitch.
Okay.
Like,
hey, just spitball.
All right. Like, we keep. It's a very dangerous life we're living. And I there's nothing wrong with just walking away from this dark forest. It's going to take over the light forest, and I mean, is anyone really going to die? It's just going to be a darker forest. They're already like hazardous places. Like
what sort of life are you going to go back to? What do you got back home?
Well, I'm not going to go back home. I just want to do different adventures.
Do what?
Well, we don't even know who we are, man. What is this world?
I thought we made an agreement that when we met in the mines of Calderon.
Yeah, the howling mines of Calderon.
Dude, do you not remember the howling mines of Calderon?
It's not cool to bring that up. And I storm off, and we're at a campfire, and I storm off into the woods.
I catch up with Quark. Quark.
Sharpie. I'm Sharpie.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
Should I leave?
No. I was speaking to the both of you. Perhaps you should just kiss each other's ring of fires and be happy. Call back.
Why do we keep hanging out with a homophobic elf?
I'm not homophobic. Why are you? You're homophobic.
You keep making us
You're
gay.
homophobic by discouraging the homosexuality. I'm encourage-omic.
I'm out of earshot of this because I've picked a sentimentally lit like clearing in the woods. If possible, if there's a place where there's a lake, like I'm looking at the lake, but I'm not presuming the presence of a lake.
Is there a lake?
And I'm looking and I'm seeing the reflection of my father's face on the water, and I'm having flashbacks to like my early life. Like I'm just hearing like echoey voiceover of like things like, Sharpie, you got to try harder than that. You're no son of mine.
I'm kissing my arrows. That's how I count.
Well, if you guys are going to stand around and play grab ass, I'm going to go toward the gnarled trees. If you want to part company, I'm more of an adventurer than maybe you are.
I feel guilty and catch up with Quark.
I'm going to keep having my emotional moment, but I want to do it in turns, I don't want to take up any more time than an average round of melee.
Do you want to do it in song, maybe?
No.
Do you want to look in the lake and maybe sing in a high falsetto?
I'm having like a Dexter flashback to like a conversation with my dad in his magic workshop. Dad, what are you doing? Oh, I'm making a wand, son. Oh, sorry.
Making a wand, son.
So is the wand magic automatically just because you make it?
Oh, you're magic. We're all magic.
I am magic.
God damn it, you're a hit.
Dad.
I hit you.
Ow. All right,
Sorry, son, it's not about you. I just, God.
Dad, what is it? You can talk to me about anything.
It's your mother.
I had a mother?
You have a mother. I keep her in a hole underneath pounds and pounds of leaves. She's giving me a lot of shit lately for keeping her in that hole.
My God.
Just don't get mixed up with a woman and don't put her in a hole. Also, I have pancreatic cancer.
All right, I shake out of my doldrums and I find my compatriots, newly invigorated by a recent emotional epiphany.
Meeting back up with your compatriots, they seem surprised that you've arrived so quickly.
I just had a flashback at the lake about my parents, and I want to go back to my hometown.
That's right, son. Believe in yourself. That fire inside of you is true, and it's going to burn down any dishonesty.
I can hear him right now. And I'm not going to be able to give my all to this Admiral Darkstar mission while I'm listening to thoughts of my father. I got to go back and talk to him. I got to find out who I am.
Is there a chance that your father is Admiral Darkstar? That maybe the mission.
Oh, you'd love that, wouldn't you?
No, I'm saying maybe the atonement with the father in this mission is maybe a literal father. Like maybe what we're after is for you to atone with yourself and your sense of your lack of self-worth and what you call your superiority complex is this weird inferiority complex because you can never live up to the expectations your father put on you.
Promise me something, Quark. If I do this mission with you, we bring Admiral Darkstar to justice.
Yeah.
Come with me to my homeland.
Yeah.
So I can learn who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I will do it under one condition. And you have to make me a promise.
I will.
That you'll consecrate this pact in song. And I want you to hit a note higher than you've ever hit in this entire show.
From volcanic mounts of mist, nestled in Gondor's shores, the Butsalot clan majesty spread forever through the fields, and the heart of Zoran himself couldn't bring the skies to horn, but the swords and steel and horses' hides made brew inside the storm, and the heart of the mountain makes the Butsalot's heart twice as strong. And if you want my steel inside you, don't do me wrong, because my father's horse groomsman was a mightier man than thee. And I'll poop the sun and oceans, and I'll turn the skies to pee.
That's Harmontown, everybody. Thank you for coming.